Good afternoon, everybody. This is Chris Pfluger, the Chief Development Officer here at We Insure. Today we have another We Welcome. We stepped away from those for a few 3 weeks. We've got a backlog now, so we want to talk to a few folks that have come aboard in the last 6 months and tell us a little bit about their experience with We Insure. So, Mr. Peter Coughlin is joining us today. You're in the Jacksonville area, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Down in St. John's.
Very nice, very nice. Well, welcome. I know you've been here for more than 30 days, but welcome anyway. And tell me a little bit, Peter, about your experience. You were looking for a We Insure. We were looking at different franchise opportunities within property and casualty. So tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I came from the financial industry, and I was there for roughly about 25 years, the last 25 years. And during that time, my wife and I also dealt with real estate. We do buy, hold, and rent as well. So we had the financial background. We also have a real estate background. And then we figured the next, natural fit would be to get into the insurance industry as well. And that's how we ended up here. We did look into being a captured agent as well as an independent. And then, when we really did the business case and it came down to, the support model, the most amount of, the least amount of effort for the most amount of ROI, We Insure was the natural selection.
That's fantastic. And I'm glad you talked a little bit about that, doing your due diligence, because a lot of folks are out there thinking to themselves, is this a good fit for me, right? Is it a good fit for what I'm looking for? And, when I came aboard, I did the same thing. I did my due diligence and talked to some of our existing owners, talked to some other folks that work there and said, why we, right? Why did you decide to do this? And, I kind of got the same feedback was, this is the best model in the insurance industry. And so it was, the most amount of services, the most amount of carriers, all the support, the back end, everything else. And so you found the same thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we did the same thing. We did talk to many of the current We agency owners. And whenever you talk to them, they actually lit up. When somebody's excited about their job, they're excited about their company, they get very excited and passionate about it. And it was very evident from the people that I was talking to that this was an organization that I wanted to join.
That's fantastic. And we consider most of our owners, like yourself, more brand ambassadors because we really do love what we do. And we love, the we model in general. So it's pretty exciting. We talked a little bit about why you decided to do it and where you came from. Tell me a little bit, obviously we like to tout our services. We like to tout our training and support and how fantastic it is. What were your thoughts? I mean, you went through training not long ago and you're out there, live right now. So what did you think?
Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, so the training was, not coming from the insurance background. The training went very well. Was, front to back. It was able to get me started day one. And then with all of the support that came along with it, with the operational support in the background, it made it a very easy transition to start selling, which is, the number one focus. And then also just to have the amount of support in the background for dealing with carrier appointments, actually servicing the policy after it's bound. It's just I would have to say it was really the people experience. It was that family experience where everybody was happy to help and everybody went above and beyond to make sure that every agency is successful.
That's fantastic. So the training, used to be live, just like everything else in this, in the new world here, everything was an online component. So it was a live training, but it was over Zoom. Was that okay for you? You thought it was decent?
Yeah, and I was a little bit of a little bit of an advantage. I was able to actually meet with the trainers. We went out to lunch, kept did the social distance. Made sure we adhere to all of that. But yeah, so the using it over Zoom, it was interesting because we were able to interact with people from other states. So it just goes to show you that the technology has advanced for us so that we can actually expand beyond not only our community, but our state and hopefully nationwide at one point.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I know we have that's one of the reasons why I'm here is that national campaign, that growth model. As of today, we're in 11 states, which was great news. We were in 10 yesterday, and of course, there's always tomorrow and later the week. We'll give you an update as things grow, but we're always, have an affinity for our owners in Florida since that's our home state, and we really appreciated that. Any final thoughts for someone out there that might think to themselves, is we insure good, bad? Should I do it? Should I not do it? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so one of the other deciding factors was, I'm an entrepreneur in spirit,
Mhm.
and that is emulated throughout the We Insure organization, and getting in at the ground level and helping build this nationwide, enterprise. Is really exciting to get in at the early stages because individuals like yourself and Ron and Phil, their ability to listen to the agents and actually adhere the program or modify the program so that the agencies have input into the actual company. If you end up into like a bigger organization, you generally feel like you're just a number. That's
Right.
not the case here.
No, we value that feedback as we go through because it's critical for our success. If there's different iterations of the company that we need to take those next steps, we certainly will. And
Absolutely.
well, I have to say, welcome aboard. Thank you for the time today. We have Peter Coughlin. Thank you for joining us. And there is your address and your location in St. John's. So if you happen to be in the area, feel free and you want to get a quote, this is the man you talk to right here.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye bye.